It's the 2K Sports Pregame Show.
Greetings, y'all. I'm your host, Ernie Johnson. Kenny the Jet Smith is here. So is Shaquille O'Neal. This is the NBA on 2K Sports. And coming up in just a bit, tip-off will be live from Oakland as the Warriors go up against the New Orleans Pelicans. And for New Orleans, they'll be up for this game, facing the team that defeated them in the conference semis last season. This is one they've been waiting for. And with all of Curry's talents, one of the great shooters of all time, maybe the greatest, Kenny, where does he stand among all-time great players, period?
Wow, all-time players. Now, that's
all-time great players, period.
Well, he's starting to get in a discussion because of the multiple MVP things and the championships. Because the greatest players in the world, not only have they won awards, but they've won multiple championships. So he's moving into that category right now.
To add on to what Kenny is saying, it's about something you can hear and something you can wear.
What's that?
Rings, baby.
Ooh.
Rings.
You can hear them.
2 rings won't get it. 3, maybe. 4, 5, woo, 6,
Okay.
I just can't add anything to that.
We're wearing our costumes. We hope you are too. Happy Halloween as 2K Sports presents the NBA. Alongside Chris Webber and Greg Anthony, I'm Kevin Harlan, the 4th member of our crew. From the sideline, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. Home court advantage goes to the Warriors playing here at the Oracle Arena. These guys have been getting it done pretty much everywhere in the midst of a good stretch here. Back home again could propel them to another win.
And it's in your DNA. You come up against a natural rival, you're going to be a little bit salty.
Yeah, some of the fellas will say, this is just like any other game, but the truth is, nah, it isn't.
And with pregame routines coming to an end, we're just about ready for our tip-off. First, though, let's get a report from the sideline and say hello to David Aldridge.
Well, guys, we know how dominant the Warriors are, but we also know that turnovers remain their Achilles heel. Now, Steve Kerr says sometimes the game comes too easy for our guys. They think they can do anything. We just have to keep it simple. The simple leads to the spectacular. And as the simple reporter, I send it back to the spectacular Kevin Harlan.
DA, thank you. And by the way, you're in the Hall of Fame. Boy, Chris, how much fun is it to have basketball back? Talk about some of the things you personally look for early in a season.
Oh, man, what I personally look for in the beginning of the season is how guys develop. And a lot of that is body language. You know, are you putting your head down and dropping your head after a shot? Are you not running back on defense after a turnover? These are all little things that show what you're thinking about. You know, I just kind of check out the development, but again, the body language. Is the guy playing hard through his frustration? Is the guy giving his coach eye contact in the huddle? Is he being a great teammate by encouraging guys? I'm passing to an open player for a better shot. And so those are the things that I look at. And then again, with the pace being at an all-time high, I think now is a new golden era of basketball where you can have so much more fun because you are no longer held to rules of not getting out of the shot clock, not getting on the fast break. Coaches are now encouraging this style, so the game to me is a lot more fun. So hopefully as a rookie, you come in and you embrace this and just let it fly.
All fueled up and ready to go. Brought to you by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. So for New Orleans right now, Holiday and Moore, the guards. Davis is out there with Mirotic, and it's Randall in at the 5, patrolling the paint. Now Moore, after the missed 3 from Stephen Curry. Moore outside. Dishes to Davis. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
If there's a list of the best inside scorers in the NBA, Davis has got to be right at the top. When he gets his hands on the ball down low, you might as well just count it.
Now here's Durant, and Davis sends it back, but they recover it. Thompson in the post. Moore's there. No good off the back of the rim.
Not quite airtight defense right there, but his release was a little bit off on the jumper.
Looks for Holiday, gets it to him, and Steph Curry with the foul. That's his first foul. Golden State on D. Holiday gets the bucket.
Great work right there on the inbounds play, getting the bucket before the D has time to react.
The Warriors have gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. Curry kicks to Cousins. From the left block, and the jumper is good. Cousins has got his first 2 points.
That's where Cousins is most dangerous, and letting him go to work inside is something they're always trying to make happen.
Randall outside. Down low. Davis against Green. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And we've all heard the rumors that have been floating around the last few seasons. A lot of speculation if Davis could get traded or Greg leave in free agency.
I mean, Davis moving would be one of the rare situations where it literally could shake up the entire league. You hear a lot of different teams express their interest in him, but credit to Davis. He really has remained committed to New Orleans and has said everything you'd want to hear from a fan's perspective.
And that one falls for Anthony Davis. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. Coach Kerr always focused on, Chris, what he calls the possession game. Turnovers and offensive rebounds.
Yeah, Kevin, when you think about it, for the Warriors, it's hard to believe, but they love making turnovers. And Coach, he's trying to control them giving extra possessions to the team. Because when they do that, their defense and shot making still usually win out.
And again, no good by New Orleans. Mirotic against Durant. Right side, Green. Back to Cousins. Trying to find Thompson. He gets it to him. Shot clock at 5. The wing jumper off target.
He hasn't been his best this quarter.
Here's Davis. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Davis has got 6 points.
Nice way to start the evening. His numbers getting called, and for good reason.
Well, yeah, he's a guy who can carry you for stretches, long stretches in this game. You want to get him involved early and often.
First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. Randall kicks to Mirotic. Floats it up for Randall. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. Releases. No good that time. And New Orleans will come the other way. Moore against Thompson. Now here's Moore. Defense is right there. Here's Durant. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It's going to go on Nikola Mirotic.
Oh, man, I tell you what, KD puts so much pressure on the defense. Trying to deter his scoring without fouling is just about impossible.
You know, Greg, you hear that since Kevin Durant moved to the Bay Area, he's wasted no time making connections and investments in Silicon Valley.
It's interesting. He's reined in his endorsements by over half, but he's so inquisitive. I think meeting these tech luminaries and learning from them was part of the allure of the Golden State.
That's good from Durant.
I mean, look, Durant's an incredible player. I don't know how much better you can get. We've had a front row seat for quite a while watching his game ascend.
And so Durant nails them both. And KD opting out of his deal, Greg, over the summer to re-sign with the Warriors.
And he did so to get a larger deal than he could have otherwise. Durant had already sacrificed money for the team before. Not a surprise to see him get closer to his value. Seems the super team will be intact for years to come.
Here's Curry, following the basket by Julius Randle. Curry finds Durant. Over Randle. Durant, no good. New Orleans leading by 4. Holiday inside the line. Another shot. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
The Pelicans have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both.
And their numbers from the line last season, they're good, just not great, about 77% as a team.
That's good from Moore. Curry with it. He had 34 points in the win against the Bulls in Chicago. Durant deciding where to go with it. Davis against Thompson. And Davis sends it back.
He's got that huge wingspan, and boy, does he use it well on the defensive end. If Davis is within shouting distance of the shooter, there's a good chance he'll get a hand on it.
And that one's good. Cousins.
He might not have the long range ability of some other guys, but he will knock down open ones like that.
And Holiday kicks to Davis. Pass to Randle. Great D that time from Green.
Aggressive move to the bucket, and the D is ready for it.
Outside for Curry. Off target with his 3. Pelicans leading by 4. Holiday with it. And Curry picks him up defensively. Passes it to Mirotic. The teardrop falls in. Mirotic has got his first points of the game.
Well, Mirotic decides to go strong to the hole, taking long strides to the basket. He's so hard to cover.
And the Warriors decide to take their first time out here. Well, Greg, Anthony Davis with so much talent, it's easy to take Drew Holiday for granted.
I mean, I think Holiday is the catalyst in terms of this team's ability to create and really put pressure on an offense. It has improved his scoring and become a very efficient option at that guard spot. Has always been selective with his shots, but now is pressing a bit more to get involved, and more aggression from him, I think, has helped his production.
Payton, he's checked in for more. Curry against Payton. 5 on the clock. Here's Durant. And the Warriors miss again.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backboard.
The drive by Cousins. It's stolen by Randle. And now the Pelicans on the break. And Davis throws it down.
Well executed. And then you love the strong finish.
So many fast breaks now ending the three-point shot. Good to see them taking it to the rack.
Now here's Curry. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Durant against Randle. Durant dishes to Cousins. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation.
And a chance here to see the numbers for Davis. Coming off a terrific season. First in blocks, second in scoring, and one of the league's most ferocious rebounders, always working. He was top 5 in that category.
Clearly one of the best at what he does. Some of his highlight rejections were out of sight. Randle outside. From 8. Green with the rebound. Warriors trail by 8. Now Cousins. In the game against Chicago, very impressive. Curry passes to Green. Golden State needs to get off a shot, and he comes up with the deuce.
I mean, that's good as soon as it leaves his fingers. I mean, he's not going to miss from there.
And so Payton will bring it up for New Orleans. They're getting their first look of the season at the Warriors in this one.
Yeah, plenty of familiarity in this matchup. Last season, they were knocked out of the playoffs by this club.
Now, here's Green, following the shot by Drew Holiday. Green, no luck.
Now, that's what we're talking about in terms of the activity level defensively. You got to protect the rim.
Well, that takes physical ability, good timing, those two things that he possesses.
Payton, good.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling down.
Green finds Curry. Off target from three-point range. Pelicans leading by 8. Davis inside, guarded by Green. And the lead now, double digits on that bucket. Davis has got 10 points in the game.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
A shot by Thompson, and no one's around. Off target from outside.
It's been a really tough quarter for him. I mean, he cannot get his shots to drop.
And finished off by Davis.
Aggressive coming out of the gate here, guys. Wow.
Yeah, you got to love it. Everything's working. Offense, defense, already a big lead.
Timeout called the Warriors. This game coming on the heels of their win against Chicago.
Away from home, you got to execute, and they did that flawlessly.
Yeah, and they also controlled the pace of the game for most of the night. Outstanding effort in a hostile environment.
And the Warriors with some changes. Belly's checked in for Green. Iguodala comes in for Kevin Durant. And it's Livingston in for Curry. And then for New Orleans, Okafor is checked in for Julius Randle. Miller comes in for Mirotic. And Ian Clark subbed in for Drew Holiday. Now here's Livingston. And Cousins kicks to Iguodala. Out to Thompson. Here's Payton. And that one falls coming off of Davis's feed.
Defensively, they've been a step slow here to start.
Warriors trail by 14. Livingston dishes to Thompson. And he's good on the 3-ball. Thompson's got his second bucket of the game to go.
With that now, only 2 of 7 to start the game. Not the start he was hoping for.
Payton kicks to Davis. And the layup's good off the glass. He's got 14.
Yeah, pounding it inside once again. They have taken over this game physically.
Right off the opening tip, they've been relentless. And this style of play can be hard to come back against.
Now here's Livingston. He is still scoreless so far in this one. Over Miller. And that one goes long.
And on the glass so far, it hadn't even been close.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Andre Iguodala. That's his first foul. Davis kicks to Payton. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. And Alfred Payton, over his 4 seasons, developing one of the most distinctive hairstyles in the league.
You know, and I remember seeing some footage where his hair seemed to block his vision on a shot attempt. For a player who had struggled shooting the ball, many question whether a trim might be in order. We'll see.
2 shots.
He's off on the first.
And the 6'4", 485-pound Payton certainly has a unique skill set. Also wants to keep improving as a leader.
Jerebko's checked in for Andre Iguodala. And he's good on the second. There's 1:17 left here in the first quarter. Livingston kicks to Thompson. over Clark. And there's Thompson. That's good on the assist by Livingston. Thompson's got 7 points in the game.
Oh, and a nice look by Livingston, keeping his eyes up, locates the man.
Pass to Miller. Bell against Davis. Over Bell. And Davis gets it to go. 16 points for him.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Livingston kicks to Cousins. Buries it down low.
Oh, really? Cousins is so big and strong that you really have to whack him to prevent him from scoring. He welcomes contact with open arms and one.
Now here's Payton. He's got 5, and he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
New Orleans shooting their 6th and 7th free throws in the game.
Taking 2 shots.
2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one. Green, he's checked in for Golden State. And New Orleans also making a change. Hill's checked in. Both free throws good for Okafor. 3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Livingston kicks to Thompson. Over Clark. Misses off the right iron.
He'll be beating himself up if they can't come back because he is not carrying his weight at the offensive end.
It's stolen by Jerebko. Excellent D there from Okafor. And so it's the New Orleans Pelicans with a 14-point lead as we bring the quarter to a close. The one goal they had coming into this game was to not let Curry beat them. And so far, their defense on Steph has been tremendous. Right back after this break. One of the most talented big men in the game, DeMarcus Cousins, talked about his maturation over time.
Been a player that thought he knew it all, thought he was the best thing walking, and I think I've humbled myself a lot since then. So, of course, my game has grown, my knowledge of the game has grown, my IQ, but it's just the typical thing from a rookie to a veteran.
And Greg, you see it on the floor now. When Cousins keeps his emotions in check, he's a force on the floor.
And Kevin, that's the key. When he's focused on the game and not the refs, he is almost unstoppable.
And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And a comfortable margin for the Pelicans here, guys.
I think they play great D and not giving up anything easy early on.
Yeah, closing down the lane, closing out on perimeter shooters. Interesting first quarter.
Green and Bell are the bigs. Livingston and Thompson are the guards. And it's Jerebko in at the 3 slot. So that's the group out there for Golden State. Clark kicks to Hill. Chris, when you're watching how a team is put together, what signals are you looking for that the pieces now are the right ones for that team to be successful?
Yeah, what I look for is balance of talent. Are you heavy loaded at the point guard position? If you have 5 point guards, it's usually not a great balance. But do you have guys that can specialize in their different areas, rebounding, shooting, dribbling, passing? Do you have players that can space the floor that allows you to play the system that you want? Do you have guys that are engaged and have the ego and the pride to want to get stops on the defensive end? So with me, usually I see that it's a balance when you can kind of check off every box that you need to to say, yes, we have what we need this season to get where we want to get.
And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, Draymond Green is a former Defensive Player of the Year, and he remembers his motivation. They said I fell in the draft because what position would I guard? I'll never forget that. I'm comfortable guarding any position. When I'm playing against big guys, I battle even harder. You have to prove a point. I won't be a pushover. Kevin?
Yeah, he never backs down. Thanks, David.
Well, Draymond Green, the Warriors assist leader, top 10 in dimes. I mean, league-wide last season. I mean, think about it. His playmaking ability at the power forward position is unique.
Shooting 2.
That's good from Green. And over the past 3 seasons, Green averaging over 7 assists a game. The only big man who's averaged more over a course of a season, Wilt Chamberlain.
Oh, wow. Well, Coach Kerr, a consultant with that Suns team, gave Draymond a video of Boris Diaw. Boris Diaw averaged 6 assists a game in Phoenix. Well, Green took that, and with the shooters that he has, MVP shooters, and the players that he has, he's taken that to a different level.
Now, here is Miller. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Payton looking it over. 6 on the shot clock. Stolen by Thompson. 3 on 3. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
And once Thompson builds momentum on the drive, he's very difficult to stay in front of without fouling.
And C-Webb, you talk about a tandem of shooters. None better than Steph Curry and Klay Thompson.
Yeah, splash. You know, the Splash Brothers. Steph Curry, he is the best shooter of all time. But I would say this, Klay Thompson is not far off. You think about his 60-point game in 2017.
Shooting 2.
He only took 11 dribbles. He had the ball in his hands for only 90 seconds. And he dropped 60. I mean, that's one of the all-time scoring clinics.
That free throw good from Thompson.
Oh, the skill, the quick release. Klay Thompson is a special shooter in the field and at the line.
So he gets them both.
And working, Kevin, themselves to the line here in the second. A nice way to get your offense going.
Payton outside, kicks it to Okafor. That's good, and it's Payton with the assist. And the Pelicans lead by 10. Livingston passes to Thompson. Golden State moving it around.
And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket guy still shaking. The pass to Okafor. He kicks it to Miller. 5 to shoot. It's stolen by Green. Now the Warriors moving it up. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. It's on Elfrid Payton.
So aggressive in everything he does. You know, Draymond often causes as much contact as he takes.
Draymond Green at 6'7", seen as undersized coming out of Michigan State, but his 7'1" wingspan goes a long way.
Yeah, it goes a long way along with working out and working hard as he does. I mean, he's averaged over a block a game for his career. You know, combined with his low center of gravity, that enables him to defend much bigger players, but also get on the wing and defend some guards.
That free throw, no good.
I love the explosive energy of Green. A great competitor. He takes pride in dominating his opponent.
And the Warriors making a change here. Curry's checked in. And he sinks the second. You know, for years, the adage has been that, C-Web, big men take longer to develop than other positions. Does that still ring true today?
I don't think so. I think today the point guard position, because the point guard position is the toughest position in the game. I think when the big men did take the longest to develop, it was because the big man position, the center and power forward, were the toughest, and that's kind of changed. Cat and B didn't take very long to develop. Big men coming to the league, they're more polished now, and I think the fact that the coaches, the coaching, the skill sets now are so much more alike that guys can make an easier adjustment into the game because they've been playing their game and adjusting a lot longer than maybe the players before that had to find a different role once they enter into the pros.
And first time out of the game called for New Orleans, Drew Holiday. He's checked in for New Orleans. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Pass to Okafor. Kick out to Moore. Good on the three-point shot. Moore's got 6.
And a good job taking what the D gives him. He's not going to pass it up with that much space.
Passes it to Urepko. The fadeaway. Yep, it goes in, and the Pelican lead is cut down now to just 6 points with that basket from Green.
He's finally coming around, trying to make up for that goose egg he put up in the first quarter.
Now here is Holiday. Tries a 3. It's rebounded by Golden State. Green's got 4 rebounds now tonight to the inside. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Jordan Bell, the Pac-12 Defensive Player of the Year, helped lead Oregon to the Final Four. And C-Web, he said he patterned his game after Draymond Green.
Well, it's a lot of similarities to their game. I mean, I'll give you a different name. Ben Wallace, Detroit's 4-time Defensive Player of the Year. Another great role model for Bell as he looks to reach his potential.
Take a break. 2 shots.
The free throw drops for Bell.
And Bell is on a mission to show how special he can be. An athletic, energetic forward who plays with a real passion.
Durant's checked in for Golden State. New Orleans also making some changes. Julius Randle comes in for Okafor. And Mirotic subbed in for Miller. And so he makes both from the line. And here is Moore. Last game he had 10 points. At the elbow, Randle. Back to Moore. 5 to shoot. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Moore's got 5 points in the quarter.
I like that pick play. I mean, you can see how easily it makes it for him to get to the cup.
And Bell kicks to Livingston. Green with the ball. Now guarded by Mirotic. Green passes to Bell. Hammers the alley-oop through.
Sensational recognition. Green realizes immediately when one of his guys is open.
And a tremendous Unleash Chaos replay coming to you courtesy of Under Armour Hover Havoc. Holiday surveying the floor. Here's Mirotic. His three-pointers off the mark.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Green finds Curry. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up.
Well, Steph Curry, widely regarded as the best shooter in the history of the game. He's been so successful playing point guard in the NBA at times. I think we forget that he transitioned from playing shooting guard in his younger days.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. Move shots.
And the first one drops. You know, Greg, a lot of players can't make that switch from shooting guard to point guard. You've got to give Steph a lot of credit.
He's worked tirelessly. I mean, we've all seen those pregame ball handling drills. He's still prone to a careless turnover or two, but on the plus side, he rebounds like a shooting guard And today's point guards are expected to score much more than in days past. Just solid, really one of the very best there is at the free throw line.
And Holiday kicks to Randall. Outside Mirotic. Pass to Holiday. Releases. And the shot no good, a bit short.
He's lucky his teammates have picked up the slack for him. I mean, his shooting has been horrific.
Iguodala against Mirotic. Livingston passes to Durant. Some nice passing by Golden State here. Jacks up a three. Up and in, it's good. First basket of the game for him. 1 for 4 shooting.
And the way Durant gets his shot off, so quick, so effortless.
And Steph Curry with the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
He better watch it. He doesn't want to pick up a third foul before halftime.
DeMarcus Cousins is checked in for Bell. And New Orleans also making a change. And Anthony Davis is checked in for Hill. Here's Holiday. And again, no good by New Orleans.
Boy, he has been cold for a while now.
And it's sad because the team relies on him to be a threat offensively. When he's rolling, that makes them a much more dynamic offense. That's his mindset. Attack, attack, attack whenever possible.
Now a timeout called by New Orleans. Well, Andre Iguodala, an all-star in Philadelphia. And he has helped set the tone for the Warriors locker room ever since, Chris, he accepted a reserve role back in 2014.
And can you believe he's never won Sixth Man of the Year? But you can make the case he should win it every year with how much he means to this Warriors team.
Now here is Holiday. To end the run, Davis. It's good on the putback.
Just so resourceful as a player. Davis gets the job done inside in all sorts of ways, and that's one of them right there, crashing the offensive glass, getting that second chance bucket.
Well, newsflash, the league has fallen hard for the three-pointer. Steph Curry, he breaks his own three-point shooting record year after year. No player epitomizes that more than Steph Curry, whether it's highlight-worthy heat or setting records or winning titles. His long-range mastery has shifted the NBA landscape.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That's good from Stephen Curry. Chris, I've heard someone say that Steph Curry's success was, to a degree, hurting the game because kids just want to shoot threes now. Do you buy that?
Well, I definitely understand what they meant. They meant that, you know, guys don't want to get the fundamentals, kids being that because they see the highlight of Steph Curry, and I think that's actually a compliment. When I played basketball, I would go right out and dunk. That didn't mean Dominique or Michael Jordan messed the game up, but definitely their dunk overshadowed the basics of the game, and coaches were complaining back then. So that's all that means. But you see thousands of kids showing up early to games to watch Steph's ball handling drills. Steph is the best three-point shooter that the NBA has ever seen, and it shifted the dynamic of the NBA. I think, you know, they understand how much work he puts into his overall games. It's up for coaches at a young age to explain that.
And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. The Pelicans trail. And Holiday kicks to Davis. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
Well, he's played a smart and strong game. His field goal percentage proves it.
And with everything that Anthony Davis does on offense, it's just mind-boggling. His scoring inside and out, the percentages
He does it all. He is undoubtedly one of the best big men in the league, and many would argue he is the best in the NBA.
And with Anthony Davis, the stat lines, Greg, he can post on any given night are just absurd.
Really, Davis still strong defensively, but he really impacts every facet of the game. One of the rare players who can carry a team on both ends of the floor. There just aren't many great players that can lead a team to a championship, but I think Davis is of that mold.
Yeah, that's too good a look to give him from behind the arc.
To the left wing, and Mirotic kicks to Holiday. And the pass to Davis. Shoots over Curry, and it's Davis missing. And here's Cousins. He'll bring it up for Golden State. Durant finds Curry. Holiday with the block, and he recovers it. Now here's Livingston. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Just 5 on the clock. Pass to Cousins. Over Moore. And there's DeMarcus Cousins on the assist by Livingston. Livingston's got his 5th assist in this one. Pelicans trail by 3. Now a timeout called by New Orleans.
Well, if you think about Sean Livingston's career, you know how close it came to ending. A knee injury so severe that doctors considered amputation. But he never gave up. He made it back.
Thompson, he's checked in for Golden State. Ian Clark's checked in for New Orleans. Holiday against Curry. And Holiday kicks to Clark. Passes it to Davis. He dishes it to Holiday. And that one falls coming off of Davis's feed. And C-Webb Livingston's story. So many extremes, from a young franchise cornerstone with the Clippers to wondering if he'd ever be able to play again, ever be able to walk again.
Yeah, he fought his way through. I mean, first a journeyman bouncing around 8 or 9 teams, and then a key factor for the Warriors championship team. I mean, you could make a movie about it. That's how dramatic it is.
Klay Thompson, such a perfect fit on the Warriors. A versatile defender, can score playing off the ball, and just plays the game the right way.
Two shots.
That free throw good from Thompson. And is there any doubt Klay Thompson could go to another team and average 30 points a game as the main offensive weapon?
Yeah, but he's not an attention seeker, and that's just not his personality. He knows it's more fun to play for a winner.
And he makes both free throws.
And they're really getting more points at the free throw line here in the second quarter.
And Holiday kicks to Randall. Back to Holiday. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
No clue how he got that one to fall.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
And how about last season? Made about 79% of his attempts, so those are really quality numbers.
That's good from Holiday.
He's only listed at 6'4", but Holiday plays bigger than that. That's the case on D more than anywhere else. He can guard 3 positions, and there's a lot of value in that.
Now here's Durant. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against the Bulls in Chicago. Let's take a look at the 2K leaderboard to find out who are the best shooters from behind the arc last season. Fourth, Klay Thompson.
The bucket must have looked 3 feet wide to him last year. I mean, very deserving in terms of that spot among the league leaders from 3.
Move shot.
That's good from Durant. Durant hits them both.
What an advantage for a big man to have, that smooth stroke at the line.
New Orleans has gone 2 for 5 from three-point land since the end of the first. Randall dishes to Davis. It's good. Davis has got 7 points here in this quarter.
Nice assist. Randall keeping his eyes up, playing unselfish basketball.
They get a hand on it, and so it looks like the Warriors will retain possession here.
All right, a moment to check out stats for Durant. Coming off a terrific season. 5th in blocks, 6th in scoring, and he was top 10 in free throw percentage. Did not waste opportunities to convert at the line.
And he was a shot blocking machine last season for sure. As you said, top 5 in the league. He gave ground to absolutely no one. Now here's Durant. He has 7. Pass to Cousins. Takes the 3.
No three-pointers for him in the second quarter yet, but he did have one in the first.
That's no good, but just his first miss in 5 shots. Randall no good.
Not the tightest of D on him, but not the best of finishes either.
Such a wide open look. Durant's got 9.
He played a very solid first quarter, and now he's taking it up a notch here in the second.
1:14 left in the first half. To the paint, and it's Davis with the jam.
And you could see him give a little nod and then just burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
A pair of teammates, Greg, with a terrific feel for each other. And that one's good, Durant.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Here's Clark. There's the dish to Holiday. Kicks it to Randall. Floats one up. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time. Holiday's got 4 assists in the game. The Warriors leading. Curry passes to Cousins. Inside, and the jam by Kevin Durant.
Oh, he's one of the best passing 5s in the game. I mean, think about this. Cousins doesn't get enough credit for being unselfish on the floor.
Now here is Holiday. He's got 7, and Durant sends it back. 6-second difference between the shot and game clock. Curry with a wide open look. No good on the 3.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
To the middle. Got a piece of it. Iguodala with the steal.
And this is where you milk the clock.
You're exactly right. No reason to give your opponent another crack at this. It's all you.
Here's Curry from deep. No good on the last second attempt there. Klay Thompson has been leading the charge for the Golden State Warriors. What a quarter that saw them generate a great comeback effort and are now out in front with momentum behind them. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thank you, Kevin. Elfrid, how big is defense going to be in the second half to help you get this win?
It's going to be big. That's what it's going to come down to. Defense wins games.
It certainly does, Elfrid. Thank you. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the NBA on 2K Sports. This is our halftime show. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. Golden State had some issues in the first quarter. A big part of the problem was their defense and inability to slow down shooters. They gave up a sky-high shooting percentage against. Their second quarter, however, was a monumental improvement. Nothing could stop them. They strung together basket after basket and lead by 3 now at the half. Taking a look at the Warriors, Kenny, what'd you think?
Well, the three-point shooting was the key thus far. When you're knocking down those shots from the perimeter, it really spreads the floor. You demand respect from the defense. We'll see if they can keep it flowing in the second half.
Shaq, how do you think New Orleans played?
They ran their offense very well in the first half. There were almost no forced shots. It was good, smart basketball. The motion in their offense was terrific. They made those defenders work very hard. I like what I saw from them for the most part.
And that's going to do it for us here. The second half of action is coming your way.
And welcome back to the second half of our Halloween broadcast. You know, Davis has been exceptional here, guys.
And I'll tell you, his work on the blocks in that first half, really impressive.
Oh, yeah, especially how he established great position and showing some nice footwork and really read how the defense was playing.
And here's Holiday, who will bring it up for the New Orleans Pelicans. They get to take on the Blazers at Portland after this one. That puts them squarely in the middle of this 5-game road trip. On the floor for Alvin Gentry as we get into the second half. Holiday and Moore, the guards. Mirotic out there with Davis, and it's Randall in at the center position. Now, here's Thompson. Six to shoot. Takes it from 10. And it's in off the backboard. Thompson's got the first bucket of the third here for the Warriors.
And you can tell Thompson knows his role. He's out there to score. He loves to stay aggressive.
Poke loose. It's stolen by Green. Here's Curry. Lays it in off the breakaway. Now it's a 7-point Warrior lead. Pelican shooting has been fun to watch in this game. They're at 57%. Mirotic finds Holiday. Now here is Davis. Back to Holiday. Over Curry. And Holiday with the basket on the assist by Davis. Davis has got his third assist on the night. Warriors leading by 5. Outside Durant. And the pass to Thompson. And there are the Warriors now with another bucket.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Durant against Mirotic. Back to Holiday. Clock at 6. Moore against Thompson. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. We see a chart here for the shooting performance so far for Davis.
Well, this is what you wanted to see from him. I mean, he's not settling for anything and is going right at the defender, taking the ball to the rim whenever he can. And the attitude he's had on offense is keeping his team flying around as his energy is contagious out there right now.
There's Green with the 3. Hits the three-point bomb. Green's got 10.
It hasn't taken them any time to find their rhythm in the second half. 4 for 4 from the field already.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Now here is Davis. 25 points in the game. Got a piece of it. It's stolen by Green. Curry kicks to Durant. And stolen by Mirotic. Holiday left side. The Warriors pull it in.
And they're 1 of 4 here to start the second half. And last season, a bit of a breakout one for Mirotic. Saw a huge jump in his production and shot a career best from the floor. Across the board, he was a completely changed player despite what was a turbulent season.
Now here's Moore, following the miss by DeMarcus Cousins. 6 to shoot. Holiday with the 3. It's rebounded by Durant. And with Mirotic, Greg, as you alluded, his year last year had a lot of ups and downs.
You know, he missed a good stretch of the season with that broken jaw from the fight he had with a teammate. And then the trade demands to get out of Chicago shortly after coming back. And despite all this, his defense and rebounding were dramatically improved and really a key contributor on offense.
Now a timeout called by New Orleans. Klay Thompson with a strong contribution so far in this one.
Oh, he's tearing them to shreds, and I'm sure the only thing they're talking about in this timeout is what to do about him.
New Orleans making some changes here. Okafor is checked in for Randall. Darius Miller comes in for Mirotic. And it's Elfrid Payton in for Drew Holiday. We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the third now. And plenty of contact on the shot, so 2 free throws coming up. And now it's a look at the 2K leaderboard with the list of the NBA's best fast break teams from a season ago. The Warriors, number 1. In third, the Pelicans.
It's all about the fast break with these two groups. I mean, they were terrific a season ago, playing at a breakneck pace.
First free throw is good. And both free throws good for Payton. We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the third now. Curry kicks to Cousins. Back to Durant. And Curry has it in the corner. That's good, and a nice assist from Durant. Durant's got his 3rd assist on the night.
And defensively, you have got to extend to their shooters. They have been on fire this half.
Yeah, they've been tremendous from beyond the arc. It's a shift from what they did in the first 2 quarters, though.
Now here is Davis. Gets to the rim for 2 with the D all over him. Davis has got 27.
Defensively, this is what you know. He's coming off a hot game and looking to keep it rolling.
Yeah, but here's the problem. They play team ball. So if you pay him too much attention, that just leaves other guys open, and it's too difficult of an adjustment to make.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Davis. That's foul number 2 for him. And some changes here for the Warriors. Bell is checked in for Cousins. Jerebko comes in for Kevin Durant. And it's Livingston in for Steph Curry. Solomon Hill is checked in for New Orleans. Thompson against Moore. And Thompson kicks to Livingston. Pass to Jerebko. 5 on the clock. From deep, Green. The shot off that time. And New Orleans will come the other way. And here's Hill for 3. Drops in the tray. Hill's got it back down to within single digits for the Pelicans. Warriors have gone 6 of 8 on field goal attempts in the third. A 75% clip. Payton drives in. It's tipped. They recover it. Outside Hill. Out to the wing. And here's Moore outside. The Warriors pull it in. Livingston passes to Jerebko. He kicks it to Thompson. On his 15th shot attempt, he makes his 9th basket, shooting a healthy 60% tonight.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Now here's Payton. 9 points in the game so far. The 3 from Hill. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. Thompson's got his 4th rebound in this one. Passes it to Livingston. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call.
All right, a chance here to take a look at the numbers for Moore. Last season's performance for him. He was around 12 points per game last year. 3 rebounds and 2 assists. And guys, he's making winning plays. It's as simple as that. Not a star player per se, but he makes his presence felt.
Well, yeah, lately he's been overachieving a little bit. Hopefully this is a sign of greater things to come.
Now here's Moore. 11 points in the game. They get a hand on it. Bell dishes to Thompson. Livingston looking for the opening. Back to Thompson. Clock at 4. Releases from 15. Doesn't go for him. And New Orleans will go the other way with it. Hill finds Payton. And there's the call on Klay Thompson. That is his first foul of the game. And the Warriors with some changes. Iguodala comes in for Jerebko. And Stephen Curry subbed in for Sean Livingston. And the Pelicans making a change here as well. Clark, he's checked in for Moore. And so here is New Orleans. 11-point game. Iguodala against Payton. Rebounded by Bell.
You know what? Those are shots you just hate to miss when you get those kinds of bunnies on a possession.
Curry gets the bucket.
I tell you, how do you defend Curry on the catch and shoot? It's hard because he can hurt you from so many spots on the floor.
Payton kicks to Okafor. Dishes it to Miller. Back to Okafor. Shot clock at 5. Back to Miller to end the cold streak. No good off the front iron. Warriors leading by 13. Iguodala wide open. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Curry's got 3 assists now in this one.
Oh, you had to close out hard on Iguodala. He's made himself a true threat from beyond the arc.
Payton against Curry. Payton outside. It's not going to go for him. Good tee by Bell. Outside, Green. Curry passes to Green. At the top of the key, Thompson. Green up on top. He's guarded by Hill. And it's Green missing. Pelicans trail by 16.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
And the rejection by Curry.
Oh, look at that. You see, that shows what kind of athlete Curry is. His quickness to the ball. Get that shot out of here.
The feed to Green. The fadeaway, and that one drops. Green's got 12 points in the game.
And since he's wide open, he's got time to add a little style with the fadeaway.
Payton with the ball, and Curry picks him up defensively, and the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
And he wasn't going to get away with that one. Still in motion when he set that screen.
He even knew he wasn't in good position. He tried to slide himself into a better spot. The official wasn't having it.
Julius Randle's checked in for New Orleans. Holiday comes in for Ian Clark. Now here's Curry. Lets it go with a 3. And the rebound goes to the Pelicans.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Payton kicks to Holiday. Stolen by Thompson. Here's Curry. And here's Iguodala outside. Hill pulls it in. And so it's Hill with it. He brings it up for New Orleans. They trail by 18. Shot to stop the run, and too long on the shot.
He gets some extra attention from the D on that trip, and it throws the shot off.
Out of bounds, New Orleans will take possession. And you look at Andre Iguodala, the first ever player to win a Finals MVP without starting a single game in the regular season.
That tells you something about his unselfishness and, at the same time, his under-the-radar impact on winning. His willingness to accept that six-man role right from the beginning, I really feel helped set the tone in that Warriors locker room.
New Orleans making a switch here. Mirotic is checked in, and Holiday kicks to Mirotic. And there's the whistle, illegal screen. And here's the upcoming schedule for New Orleans. On Thursday, they'll go up against C.J. McCollum and the Portland Trail Blazers. And then on Saturday, they'll be playing against LaMarcus Aldridge and the San Antonio Spurs.
And Kevin, I think you have to look at this as an opportunity to take a step forward. Sometimes tough road trips can bring the best out of a team and bring you closer together.
Curry gets the bucket.
He's been a different guy here in the second half. His shooting percentage far better than it was before the break.
1:15 left to play in the third. Down low, Curry with the steal. Here's Green, and he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
And not quite as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half, sticking to the high percentage shots, playing smart with the lead.
And the Warriors making a change here. Cousins is checked in, and New Orleans also making a change. Davis is checked in. That's good from Green. New Orleans has gotten 1 of 6 three-pointers to drop since coming out of the locker room at halftime. Payton outside. And Holiday kicks to Davis. Shot clock at 6 over Iguodala. And he didn't get quite enough under that one.
And they just tried everything to stem the tide here, but nothing seems to work.
Yeah, trying to recapture momentum. When the tide's running against you, very difficult to do. What do the young kids say today? Ride that wave.
At the line for the Warriors, Klay Thompson. He has 2.
Two shots.
That free throw good from Thompson. That one falls, so he hits both of them. There's 38 seconds left in the third quarter. Payton kicks to Davis. Ball's knocked loose. And again, no good by New Orleans.
And low percentage look on that one. Not sure what he was thinking.
Sometimes you get a little outside of yourself. You have to be a little more disciplined.
That's what we're talking about in terms of the activity level defensively. You got to protect the rim.
Well, that takes physical ability, good timing, those two things that he possessed.
And that's just taking advantage of some soft defense on that drive. Little resistance for him on the way to the basket.
Klay Thompson has been leading the charge for the Golden State Warriors. He comes away with 11 points in the quarter and is showing no signs of fatigue. We've got more in store for you right after this. While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
Makes it a tough play to defend because you also have to guard against him taking it himself.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. Thompson and Iguodala make up the perimeter. Durant plays as the 4 with Cousins in the middle. And it's Curry in at the point. So that's the group out there for Golden State.
Knocks down his second 3 of the half. I mean, he had 2 of them in the first half also, doing some solid work from deep.
Davis. And it's slammed in by Davis.
Oh, big finish, emphatic.
He hangs on the rim just for good measure. Wow. On the wing, Thompson. Cousins finds Thompson. Count that bucket. Thompson's got 13 points here in the second half alone.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
Mirotic dishes to Holiday. And it's New Orleans scoring again.
Yeah, and that's what I'm talking about. I mean, the D is worrying too much about the other four guys. I mean, they can't give him open jumpers.
Mirotic against Iguodala. Back to Curry. The three. It's rebounded by New Orleans. Feeds it to Payton. Curry with the steal. Jumps up. And Kevin Durant with the slam.
The awareness of everything around him. Curry picks it clean, then off to the races.
And here's Payton. He'll bring it up for the New Orleans Pelicans. And it's Davis at the elbow. Shoots over Curry. Another one falls for New Orleans.
Well, he's doing his best to get them back into this game. He's been money from the field.
Game moves along. 2 minutes gone here in the fourth. Durant just inside the line. Misses off the left iron. The Pelicans have gotten all three of their shots to drop here in the fourth quarter. They came out of the break on a roll. And Davis with the basket on the assist from Randall. 33 points for Anthony Davis.
They're going to be relying on him here late. I mean, just think about it. Hoping to come from behind, he just needs to keep doing what he's been doing.
Curry kicks to Cousins. Fades back, and it's good. 2 points.
That's a good decision. Rise and fire. Cousins is a lethal mid-range shooter.
The Pelicans have gone a perfect 4 of 4 to start the final quarter. Can't ask for anything more than that. Holiday, the pass to Davis. And Steph Curry with the foul. That will be foul number 5 on him.
Oh, man. Well, now he's going to be walking a tight line. I mean, one more foul, and his night is a wrap.
Jerebko's checked in for Andre Iguodala. Morris checked in for the Pelicans. And Holiday has it in the corner. New Orleans moving the ball around. 5 to shoot. Mirotic finds Davis over Jerebko. And it's off the back rim. No good. Golden State's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Pass to Thompson. And it's Thompson with the jam.
And you can't leave someone open around Durant. He keeps his eyes up, makes a play for his teammate.
Well, for New Orleans, shooting well. 50% from the floor. On the wing, Davis. Over Jerebko. And it's Davis missing. Warriors have gone 5 of 8 shooting as we've come down the home stretch in this final quarter.
He's got to be disappointed with himself on that one. He has got to knock those down.
Here's Randall, and Randall throws it down.
One of the young power forwards, Randall, one of the best off the dribble drive.
Curry kicks to Thompson. Jerebko at the elbow. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
Chris, in football, you have the franchise tag. It allows a team to keep a superstar by delaying his free agency. Would that work in the NBA?
I'm not sure if that would work in the NBA. It would be what else would reward this player in the franchise tag? Does it allow freedom for other players to come? I think that we're going to have to address some of these issues as time goes on, especially in a place like Golden State where they have so many great players there. But one of the great things about the NBA is the freedom of movement, and I don't think that we've seen really any teams get hurt too bad by the superstar leaving if they've acknowledged he's going to leave and made a trade for him. It is when that they don't acknowledge, a la Orlando with Shaq, a la a couple of other teams, they don't acknowledge that this guy may leave, that you truly end up with nothing. So I'm not sure about that franchise tag yet, Kevin. The NBA is doing great. Players are moving around, and we're going to need some other teams to combat the dominant team overall.
And again, it's the Warriors missing. Johnson outside. He dishes it to Holiday. Back to Johnson. Out to Miller.
Warriors foul. Jacob Evans. That's his first personal foul.
Outside Holiday. Down to 5 on the shot clock. New Orleans needs to get off a shot.
And we've seen them come out and be much more active defensively this half.
Here is Cook, guarded by Holiday. Livingston kicks to Cook. Goes up on the wing. It's deflected. Miller inside. Evans is there. Count that one. Last season, C-Web, the league implemented rules for resting starters. Has that had any effect, in your opinion, so far?
I'm not a big fan of it. I think that this should be something that's held in the locker room, that if you're a player and you're hurt or if you're tired, that you and your coach should be able to talk about it and definitely he manage your body the way that a coach should. But I don't think that this should be something that's just out on the table that I can take a rest day. It's just never been in the game. This is a new precedent. But I do love what the commissioner and the NBA has tried to do is address the issue because it was getting out of hand, resting players, especially on national televised games. If I'm a fan and I'm coming there to watch my favorite player and you're not playing there tonight and I've saved up for these tickets for months, gotten good grades, done everything my dad has said to do, and he's taking me to the game and you don't show up?
Yeah.
Oh, man, that's a big letdown.
That's sad. And the Warriors with a completely new 5 on the floor. Okafor is checked in for New Orleans. Solomon Hill comes in for Johnson.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
Warriors leading by 22. Here's Curry with the 3. He can't get it to go. Good D by Holiday. Here's Clark. He's covered by Thompson. Knocked away. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Thompson.
Pelicans ball.
Some changes for New Orleans. Davis comes in for Darius Miller. And it's Ejuan Moore checking in for Ian Clark. And the foul called on DeMarcus Cousins. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. Chris, the last few years, talk of expansion has come up. Are we ready, you think, in the NBA to add some more teams?
I think we are. Now, expanding to 32 teams might stretch the talent a little bit thin, but I think we could handle a couple of years with that because of the youth of the players, and it could actually switch it up a little bit. I mean, come on, Kevin. You like me. You're a big basketball and big sports fan. You know we have to have a team in Seattle.
I would love to see it. Absolutely.
I mean, come on. You know how crazy those fans were. You know we have to have that come back. And then there's some places. Think about how great Oklahoma City is.
Yes.
And how they've just embraced this Thunder team. There might be a couple more places out there with that type of passion and fans saying, listen, if you give us a team, we promise we'll nurture it, take care of it, and root for it the loudest. And I like having that. I think it's time to definitely investigate expansion, but we got to get back to Seattle first and foremost.
The shot by Holiday, no good. Over in the corner, Cousins. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It's on Jahlil Okafor.
And, of course, we know about DeMarcus Cousins last season and the torn Achilles. I'm just glad to see him back out on the floor and fully recovered. He's put in a lot of work in terms of rehab to make sure that he could get back to doing what he does best.
Shooting 2, gentlemen.
That free throw good from Cousins. And with Cousins and that injury, never an easy one to come back from.
Yeah, it's true. But fortunately, Cousins has the kind of skill set that he's going to be effective no matter when he's on the floor. And great outside shot, the footwork, very smooth in terms of ball handling for that position. And most of the players who aren't the same after an Achilles tear don't have the same skill set that Cousins possesses. That's why I think he'll be fine once he recovers from this injury.
Randall down low, guarded by Green. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. We know that stars, especially superstars, get some level of benefit from the refs. What do you think of that? Is that good for the game?
I think the refs should always be fair. I think, yes, you're going to get the benefit of the doubt if you're a James Harden and you can cross everyone over and you get 10 free throws a game. He earns those most nights. But, yeah, it's going to be some nights in which he gets a call or two here because as an offensive player, you want to be so aggressive that you put the referees in a tough position to make a tough call and to see what that was. Fans want to see the best players play, not sit. So you have to be judicious with how far you go, but just sometimes slip in the tendencies. And I used to get so mad when all I would do is go challenge a shot. The human kickstand would kick his leg out. The ref would say I fouled him. I didn't foul him. And the best actor in the world would get to go to the line, get a 4-pointer. And, okay, Caleb, what was the question again? Stars. Oh, superstars getting.
I don't know. Let's stop. Let's stop.
Well, look, Julius Randle making an effort to up his physical condition. Look, you love his motor, and he wants to be able to handle dealing with larger assignments as he can often give up height on most plays against most players. He's one of the more consistent presence on the floor. He continues to be their go-to guy. If they close this game out, his stamp will be all over this win.
Outside Holiday. Outside Mirotic. From past the arc, knocks down the three ball.
And this is what Mirotic does best, a knockdown three-ball specialist. Doesn't hesitate in pulling the trigger.
Curry looking around, and so it looks like the Warriors will retain possession here. And stolen by Mirotic. It's Davis with the drive. That one goes. Count it. Davis has got 10 points now just in this quarter.
Oh, he's been dominant this quarter. I mean, he's determined to prevent the lead from getting any bigger.
Durant kicks to Thompson. The basket good off the assist from Durant. Durant's got 6 assists in the game. And the Pelicans with the possession. They're on a 14-6 run. Mirotic against Durant. Back to Holiday. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. And a moment here to check out who the Golden State Warriors have coming up. On Friday, they'll face off against Jimmy Butler and the Minnesota Timberwolves. And then on Monday, they'll take on Marc Gasol and the Memphis Grizzlies.
And looking at that Nets matchup, even though they should get the win, I would expect it to be a bit of a battle. Just because they are favored doesn't mean it's an automatic W.
That's his 3rd personal foul, 3rd team foul.
And a deep 3 from Curry. No good on the quick 3.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Down low, Moore. Down through the hoop it goes. That's his 5th make on 9 shots from the floor.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Curry against Holiday. Curry kicks to Durant. Left side Curry. Outside for Durant. 6 on the shot clock. Randall grabs the board. Randall's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. But they'll get another chance. From deep, Moore. Add basket number 6 to his stat sheet. He's now 6 for 10.
And guys, there are some you can give that shot to, but let's be clear, he's not one of them. Terrible job there by the D.
And then Cousins with the dunk.
Yeah, Kevin, you can't afford to leave someone open around Curry. He's great at keeping his head on a swivel.
Pelicans trail by 16. Outside Holiday. Kicks it to Moore. 1:46 left in the fourth quarter of this one. There's the pass to Davis. Back to Moore. The three. That's in there. Davis with the assist. Moore's got a pair of threes here in the fourth quarter for the Pelicans. And it's Thompson with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Golden State Warriors. Curry's shot is good. Curry's got 5 points now in the quarter.
And guys, what we saw here tonight is one side having everything going for them. Huge margin of victory for the Warriors.
This has got to feel good. I mean, they never counted themselves out when they were down earlier, and they not only muscled their way back into the game, but wow, they're in a position, shockingly, to win this one easily.
It's all about the will to win. You have to admire the perseverance, never doubting one another, having that trust in your coaches. And I really like what we've seen here tonight. Boy, did they earn it.
And they took charge when it counted, and they'll be notching their 9th win overall.
And this is a great way for them to kick off this season series. 2 more games ahead, and they've taken the mental advantage with this win tonight.
And we watched them all night long. No one could really stop them. Just another excellent game it was for Klay Thompson.
Well, he had a hand in just about everything they did tonight. I mean, he just didn't take a single possession off on either end. He was a complete package.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Davis. That's his 4th foul of the contest. And some changes here for the Warriors. Jordan Bell's checked in for Draymond Green. Jerebko comes in for Kevin Durant. And it's Livingston in for Steph Curry. New Orleans also making some changes. Okafor's checked in for Julius Randle. Miller comes in for Mirotic. And Ian Clark subbed in for Drew Holiday. And Moore kicks to Davis. The tray. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. 6-second difference between the shot and game clock. Thompson passes to Livingston. Good D by Miller.
Oh, great effort there. That's how you defend the paint.
Yeah, he has that capacity. He knows exactly where to position himself to protect the rim.
Davis in the corner. That shot, no good. Livingston with it. So we see the Warriors taking the game here. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing at home tonight.
And it makes a big difference. And once they started to really play in rhythm, you never felt like they had any doubts as to whether or not they were going to win.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks very much with Kevin Durant. Katie, slow start for you offensively, but you were able to stay aggressive. How do you keep that mentality as a great scorer?
Well, you got to keep shooting, no matter what happens. So it's easy to, play well throughout the game when you're making shots, but when you're missing, you got to get your mind right, and that's what I tried to do, is just stay aggressive.
And it sure showed out there. Thank you very much. Back to you, Kevin.
David, thank you as always. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Chris Webber, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. So long and good night, everyone.